everybody,
He jumps the other way.
Hey, Koby. You watch it, be watching.
I'm watching you watch it.
What's your name? What's your name? Who are you?
Auntie
He's
Gina.
not Auntie Gina, so that's the joke I told in this car last time we was here.
It's Koby Prince Johnson.
Good job. Good job.
You forgot that?
Do you know how old you are? How old are you?
It's 2, 4. It's 3.
Yes, you did it. Koby taught him how to do three.
He's 3. Oh, wow.
Can you say your alphabet? Can you say your ABCs? High five! You're so cool.
He did the whole smooth.
Can you count for me? Can you count to 10? 1. Oh, good job!
He comes to 100 now.
Oh,
He skipped from 20
He
to
skipped from
100.
20. He kept going. He kept going. He said 11. He on 25.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, Kelly, and let us know what's going on here.
My name is Kelly, and this is my son, Koby, and this is my mom and my dad. And we're just finishing up Koby's 4th month on Dakhari's protocol, and we're going into the 5th month and the final stage. But as far as the 4th month, I think, in my opinion, this has been Koby's best month on the protocol. He's just had major improvements in almost like every area. Minimal to no meltdowns, or like all those problem behaviors that he did have basically like disappeared.
You want to add in? Chime in. Let's go.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess the one thing that is going on is he's relating a lot of personal experiences. For instance, he went to visit his grandparents, and as soon as he walked in the door, you know, he basically said, "I had fun at Grammy's house." And I said, "Kelly, did you tell him to say that?" And she didn't. He just said it. And a lot of times he's been telling us things that he's been doing during the day, or, you know, if he fell or whatever, he's coming up to you and kind of telling you what's been going on in his life on his own, which I thought was pretty interesting. Another thing that, at least one of the things I wrote down, and this was a while ago, that we went out to eat, and it was just Koby and I, and we got back, and he told his mom that we went out to eat. And so again, this is all a relating of the personal experience. Some of the other things that was happening, for example, we had ordered a pizza, and there was a kid's pizza that we got for Koby, and he likes the pepperonis, and I was discussing with my son, and man, they forgot the pepperonis, and then Koby came up and was like, "Pepperoni's not there," you know. So it was the type of thing that he knew what we were talking about, and it wasn't just repeating something we had said. He was, you know, kind of
Joining the conversation.
Joining the conversation, like, "You're right, the pepperoni's not there." So, you know, anyway, I thought that was good.
What did you say, guys, about, was it something the doctor said, or the speech therapist, or something like that?
Yeah, it was Well, first I think it was the speech therapist. This might have this was last week because he went to therapy. Speech therapy. He went to speech therapy last week, and basically the week before she had set some new goals for him to hopefully reach within the next 3 months. Like for example, instead of putting 3 flashcards down, she was gonna put 4, and then have him choose from that, and then she was gonna move on to 6. But that's just an example. But like when we went last week, like that particular goal, she was like, okay, I'm gonna try 4 flashcards now. He blew it out the water. Then she went to 6 cards. Same thing. She was like, okay. She was like, I'm just gonna have to make completely new goals because like all the goals she set for him, he basically exceeded within, the week.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
He exceeded the 3-month goal, and she said whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But she was gonna.
She was really, really impressed. Like I wasn't in the room, but I was watching on camera. She was just, she wasn't expecting him to do what he did.
Because
basically.
she know before what was going on.
Right.
We barely talked to her.
And she was just like, I'm so impressed. She was just like, wow.
Okay.
And then what did the doctor say?
He went to
his pediatrician.
Yeah, he went to his pediatrician last week, and so this is the first time he's seen him since he got his diagnosis. The last time he seen him was probably June.
And he the one sent you to get the diagnosis.
Yeah, he referred us to the neurologist. But yeah, when he seen Kobe, he was just like, he's like, I know they're the experts, but I really don't know about this diagnosis. He was like, he just does not, he was like, he's interacting with me. He was like, he's not, crying. He's letting me, he even let him draw his blood. Like, he was letting him do everything that he needed to do with no problem. He was communicating with them. He was just like, the other kids I've worked with autism, they would be screaming by now. They won't let me do anything.
It's too bad you didn't have one of our cards to give him.
So he was like, yeah, you should get that, maybe reevaluate. He's like, I really don't know about that. He was like, I just don't agree with it.
After he was the one that sent you there.
Right, so in 6 months, he saw a lot of growth. So, right. That is phenomenal.
When he was even saying, he was like, he's like, maybe it's just the speech delay, because maybe they confuse that a lot. He was like, I just think it's the speech delay. I don't think it's,
How did that make you feel to hear that from the doctor?
Oh, it just made me feel like, like that's, I don't know, how do you explain it? Because it's like, that's what you want to hear, but like, we know where we come from.
Right.
Like, he didn't see him, before.
Right.
Basically, before. He's seeing like the
results
of what what we've been doing.
He didn't see the journey. He just saw the before and after.
It's
overjoyed.
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, and the other thing is, it's a battle, and it's a war that you're just gonna have to keep fighting. And it's the type of thing that even though you get some success, you can't rest on your laurels and think, okay, I don't have to do the things that I need to do. I mean, the fact is that there was some injury that's happened, and we've been, with your help, clawing through this thing.
Precisely.
And the fact that we have all the different things that we're doing, we know what's behind, God's behind it, and then everything that God's providing is behind it, including bringing y'all back into our lives. Right. All of that is a sum total of this journey happening the way it is. And so from that perspective, I just thought it's good, but it's also a little bit dangerous, and it shows how much they may or may not know, from a health perspective. Because this is the type of thing that, he could tell the wrong person that, oh, he's fine, and then guess what? They run off and stop doing everything they're doing, and then all of a sudden, the next time you see him, he'll be telling them that, yeah, you need to go, you need to go take it. So it's interesting from that perspective. But for me, the biggest thing, and it's just been like a hockey stick since August, is just the fact that he's a lot more present. And it's the type of thing that sometimes, and you see, there's still, stuff that he's obsessing about or, intensely interested in and stuff like that, but it's purposeful. For instance, if it's time to go to bed, and he has a certain car that he's looking for, even if he's upstairs. He may make us come down to look for this car. And then sometimes, you know, it's like, look, dude, you just gotta go to bed because I don't even know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
But then it would be like, it's a red car. And then he's looking for it, and then he's like, found it. And it's a specific one that he know he had. He may not kept up with where he had it, so it was all over the place, but then he found it, he knew that's what he wanted, and he's good to go.
So that's one of the things you guys said. You mentioned that his language has improved, and now he's saying, I found it.
Yes.
Right.
For sure. And even when, you know, it's stuff I don't even know that he's, you know, looking for. Something was going on. I mean, it's cars and all this type of stuff, but one of the things I noted down, he was doing something, and you know what, his boots was in his toy thing, and he was like, I found it, Kobe's boots, you know, and it was like, okay, just the fact that he's putting sentences
together.
And
She wasn't talking at all before
Right.
we started.
And I'll give you a playing with Mr. Potato Head example, you know, because he knows the pieces that should be there, and basically he was looking for the birthday hat. And that was one that we didn't find, but you know, it was like I wrote down, in this case, he said, where's the birthday hat? I can't find it. So it's the type of thing, it's not always just, I found something, he's using negatives, like, I can't find it. Where, you know, where's the birthday hat? You know, looking for it, I can't find it.
Questions. What's this now? Yes, what's this? What is this? What's this? And he really wants to know what's this, whether it's food or an object he hadn't seen before. He wants me to explain it to him what it is. So now he's satisfied once I tell him, then he knows. And he's one thing, he's been way more present, especially with his ABCs, and now all that's like, it's like it just came back, it clicked back, and it's counting. And I even sat with him with one of his new books, and he know all the colors, and I would just like, what's this color? And he'll tell me, and I go, well, what's this color? And we'll read a page, and I'll say, well, what color is the ball? And he'll tell me it's green, or it's blue, or you know, whatever I ask him, and then he's correct too. He has it all correct.
We just had a holiday, and you were saying something about his experience with the holiday music.
Oh, he loved Christmas music. That was his thing. The Christmas station that played 24 hours, you know, since Halloween. This one is, and then the song would go off, and he'd go, I like that song. He would look at us and tell us, and it wasn't every song, it was just particular songs. He'd go, I like that song. I don't know, Jingle Bell
Or he'll say, I like that movie.
Or he'll say, I like that movie. Yeah, because he started going to the movies with his mom, so he sit through whole movies.
At home.
And he started watching movies at home and could sit through a whole movie, and with popcorn, of course. But yeah, and when we read our books, he'll get the book and read them. He had one little issue when my nephew gave him a book where they recorded their voices in it, and he wasn't too keen on looking at that. He watched it from across the room. He watched us open the page because
He was afraid of it.
Yeah, he got a little bit like apprehensive, you know, not, you know. But then once we start reading it and we like, oh, it's nice. Then he wanted to climb by us to see what it was about. But right off the bat, he didn't want to.
Yeah, because books aren't supposed to talk.
Right, I guess.
I mean,
with somebody's voice that I know, and they're not here.
right. That's not supposed to
That's not
happen.
nice.
So it makes sense that he was apprehensive
You gotta
to
get
it.
some tissue. Yeah, maybe that was it. He
Well, the
was
other
thinking the book's not supposed to.
The other thing is the following. I mean, and again, he's been doing some of this stuff. He's following more complicated
All right.
directions because his mom. I'm sitting up here watching her. There was some cookies being baked in the kitchen, and then she said, "Kobe, go tell G-Ma that you want a cookie, and then come back and bring it to me." And he was sitting on her lap, and he was like, okay. He ran in there and asked for a cookie, and then he came back and gave his mom the cookie.
He said, G-Ma, can I have a cookie?
Oh my
And
goodness.
I was like, you want a cookie? And turned around and gave it to him.
She
And
thinking
then
he
he
wanted
didn't eat it. He turned around and bowled it back in here and gave it to her. I was like,
Beautiful.
he went in there to get a cookie for her. Gave a cookie to his mom.
Okay.
Yeah, you gave your mom a cookie, didn't you? Mm-hmm.
Kobe cookie.
Koby cookies? Yeah, no, it was your mommy cookie. And he loves Play-Doh. So he will sit, when my two sons are in town, my oldest son from California, and he's like 26, and then the other one will be 20, and they're all sitting at this little green table. For like an hour, they played Play-Doh food. And he loved it.
Okay.
So meticulously.
Yeah, he's
put
been
little
playing
play-
with other people a lot more.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like he wants to go, like before it was that parallel play, you know, when they're just like side by side but don't acknowledge like the other kid. But now it's like, oh, he's all for it. He wants to play, whether it's his cousins, he's like Penelope and Layla, anybody.
Yeah, he was playing with our kids a second
Yeah.
ago.
And then their kids, he made them get up and
Yeah.
play with
He
him.
did.
Sitting here doing
He's
this.
showing you stuff, you
He
know.
started bringing them cars.
Yeah. But he didn't use
So
to
in
do
4
it.
months, the core difficulties with autism are language, behavior, and socialization. He should have deficits in all of those areas: language, behavior, and socialization. So in those 4 months, you've seen positive growth in all three of those, which is why the pediatrician was saying he didn't see what the difference he
How about
saw.
potty
Right,
training?
between the.
What'd you say?
How about potty training?
Still working on it.
Okay, but does he notice that he needs to be changed? Is he going to get the things that he
He
needs?
will take his pamper off, or he'll say yucky.
Yeah, because I said, yucky, put it in the trash. So he'll take it and put it in the trash, and he'll go sit on the potty.
Yeah,
But just
he
like,
will pee on it. Just
yeah, just
So if it, and
It's
again, I
gonna
think
the
that's
consistency.
right, and I think that goes back to the folks here as well, because if he's running around without pull up on, he will go.
yeah, if he has
If
his
he got it on, it's a safety net, and you have to remind him to go. So I think it's stuff we need to do to just get it knocked out and over the hook.
I'm gonna tell you what really works is underwear that he picks up.
Yes, I have. I let him choose. We already
Oh,
we do
yeah.
have that. He
Okay.
has to choose. Sometimes it's
But
clothes.
we put him
and
on
his-
top of his pampers.
Yeah, you do, but I put him on without. So it's going to be a communication thing here with us to
Right,
get
right,
that
right.
on.
And that is typical. That is a typical
Right.
behavior.
Oh, okay.
Kids transitioning, going to the bathroom is something. You hear the experts talk about it all the time. Kids go to the bathroom when they're ready and when they want to go. That's what he's doing, you know. And the pull-ups are not confusing to him in a sense. That's not what the word I want to use. But it's a safety net.
Mhm.
All my life, when I had on something that was like a pull-up, what did I do in it?
Right. Yeah, because when he doesn't have it on,
Yeah.
you don't even have to tell him.
Right,
He'll go.
right. So it's a matter of you being ready.
You're saying that if he doesn't have a pull up and he has to do number 2,
Well, I don't know about.
or is it number 1?
We
Yeah,
haven't really
try
got to
that.
that one yet.
Oh, you talking about number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But even
he'll
the
go
number
pee
one.
like 10 times, you know,
Right.
without you saying anything.
Right, right. So I can see that coming really soon because he's ready. He showed you all the signs that he's ready.
Yeah.
You know, so that's about, you know, that's about a, you know, parent and kid getting together and being consistent. All of y'all doing the same thing and making a decision, making a party. We're gonna throw these pull-ups away and that'll be that, you know.
Yeah, I think he's really in tune more like now than more than ever. So I think like we just have to give it a go. And I bet he would. He's a character. I'm gonna tell you. And I bet he would just jump on.
How about the eating habits?
He only eats what he likes still.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been like the sugar problem. that
But
we had
will he
before.
try new things?
He might lick, taste it.
You want your
Put it back.
Do you when Kevin, when you took him out to eat, where did you guys go eat?
Oh, I think it was like a national coney island.
Okay. So what does he typically order from there?
Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers.
And that's what he had that particular day?
That's where he orders
Probably.
everywhere. We don't
Okay.
chicken fingers.
He just started
But
eating
that's what
fries.
we ordered.
He didn't used to eat fries, but he started. And you know what, Carmen? He'll take the fry and the chicken finger. He'll dip it in the ranch and the ketchup.
Okay.
And
But
he'll
we
tell
went,
you
we
ketchup.
went to Coney Island last week and he
He
asked
likes
him what what he wanted. He said pancakes, so we ordered him pancakes.
He do like breakfast. He will eat pancakes, waffles, bacon, and eggs, those types of things, and macaroni and cheese sometimes. So I give him broccoli and some vegetables, and he's like, no, he's not feeling that yet.
Yeah. That's cool
Says
though.
trees. He's not eating trees. So.
That's what he think it is.
He calls them trees.
Hey, I can understand why they do look like little miniature trees. Well, yeah, I just think the food thing is just something. My son is 13, and we still battle with that. If he can eat pizza every day or hamburger. Now, what's funny is I wasn't feeling well for about a month, so I couldn't do what I would normally do for the holidays and all that stuff. So they had to fend for themselves, and I was surprised about how he was tired of eating those same things. Like he'd be like, well, what else can I have? It's like, I said, well, it's your fault you got this limited, so I, as you get with him and throw things in, that's why I asked about the food. Dakhari will try something new if it's coming out of a fast food or one of those, what you call it? Styrofoam thing.
You know what? I noticed that about him because he did not like home cooked food. Like for Thanksgiving,
he didn't eat
nothing.
Anything.
Christmas, anything that was home cooked.
It was a variety of food.
Right.
He didn't want the ham. He didn't want the turkey.
Not even the macaroni, home cooked macaroni. He wanted the fake one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So eventually I think that'll change too. As his gut heals, he may even start asking for things that he wouldn't normally ask for.
Write me a letter. Here, draw me a picture.
Okay, so I think we've just about covered everything.
What would you like to see change?
Yes, that's a great question. What are you looking forward to seeing get better for Koby? More what would you like to see more of?
Language.
More language.
More conversation.
And
he's
patterns.
sleeping.
I think sleeping and I think sleeping he's okay.
He's a late person.
And a lot of it is, mama's on midnight, staying up, you like to stay up, all that type of stuff. There's a lot of activity going on.
And then he sleep late.
And then you sleep late. So me, I get up at like 5:30. I may call home at 1 o'clock. It's like everybody just getting stirred.
If he did get,
so you can't blame him for being late.
He on the night schedule
Right.
too. Huh?
He is about to start preschool though, so I'm kind of, I don't know. It's gonna be like 8:30 every morning. So
And guess what? He'll adjust. You get him up. He's gonna go there. He's gonna be up. And then they gonna take a nap. He probably gonna take nap time.
He did before when he was in daycare.
And then when he come home, so it transition. Kids are resilient.
So the
that
type
way.
of preschool he'll be going into, will it be like what typically developing kids? Or?
It's part of Warren Consolidated. Their special education preschool is called Hatherley, but the difference is, she said they have speech therapists, psychologists, and they work with the kids to get them ready for kindergarten.
Okay.
So hopefully he'll be.
So hopefully he'll be in regular kindergarten.
Right.
That's the idea.
Point
They want him to get
That would be quite a victory for us.
Yes, that's the goal. That is the goal.
So Koby, did you want to tell everybody goodbye before we leave?
Koby.
Koby's on the mission to do
I know,
something.
What is he trying to do?
Roll his car on the
Koby.
desk.
Say bye. Say bye-bye.
They finna go home?
Bye.
Yeah,
One more
yeah.
time.
One more time, say see you. See, it's nice to see you. Tell the kids bye. Tell the kids bye.
So, like we do every time, guys, you would definitely recommend the protocol?
Absolutely.
So guys,
Absolutely, 100%, and I have been.
oh yeah, you
As a matter of fact, like I said, I was talking to my drum teacher who was going to be talking with his son about his grandson, but he wants to kind of ease into it, that type of a thing, but definitely he has the name of the website, and he's like, he wants to kind of get in and get some more information. And he's in St. Clair Shores, so I told him you guys are
Right there around the corner. From
right there around the corner. And so no, I've been talking it up. I think this is the best thing going since sliced bread.
Yeah, and the last thing I would say, Koby, he is starting to like say what we asked him to say, and when I'm speaking with him as far as the spiritual level, I make sure he lays his hands on his head and says, "I have the mind of Christ." Koby, right? And that's really, to me, your program is like putting on his spiritual armor, like all the protocol, all of the products you added on is like that's his armor, you know. So I really relate to that. Hey, you say I had the mind of Christ.
I'm driving my red car today.
Hallelujah. All right.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a month.